David Gravel and Brian Brown side by side, 25 laps the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime as they work off of turn number 4.
Gravel and Brown nearly get together as they come to the green flag. David Gravel leads into corner number 1. Works off the low side to the top of the speedway, exiting the second corner. Brown in hot pursuit as they make their way into corner number 3.
Brian Brown looking to the inside of David Gravel, slides up across the racetrack as Gravel will bring him around, leading the way. Brownie running second, Garrett Williamson third, now Carson Macedo up into the 4th spot.
Macedo in 4th and coming after Garrett Williamson for the 3rd position. Macedo works well off the bottom of the speedway, right behind Williamson's 24W. Macedo to the inside in corner number 3, slides up the banking. Carson Macedo to 3rd now. Brad Sweet continuing his pursuit of Giovanni Selzy in the race for the 9th spot. Sweet trying to keep pace with Carson Macedo at the top of the World of Outlaws point standings. The Big Cat makes the move down low out of turn number 4. Brad Sweet now moving by into the 9th spot. Carson Macedo coming after Brian Brown once again. And Macedo with a move to the inside into corner number 3. He's even with Brian Brown out of turn number 4. They'll stay side by side as they cross the start-finish line and nearly get together in turn 1.
Macedo slides up the racetrack now. Brown to the bottom of turn number 2, closing back in as Macedo gets by for the 2nd spot. Brian Brown running in that 3rd position now. Macedo closing in as they both are on David Gravel in traffic. Call Sheldon Hodenshield. Big smoke and pulling to the infield.
Sheldon Hodenshield up in smoke, takes the car to the infield safely. We stay under green flag conditions. 10 laps complete, 15 laps to go, and Carson Macedo is closing on your race leader out of corner number 2.
Down the back straightaway, David Gravel continuing to show the way into turn number 3 up on the top side of the racetrack with the lap cars all over the racetrack ahead of him. Macedo from the bottom of turn number 4 closing in. Brian Brown still right there in traffic in the 3rd spot.
Meanwhile, we go back to the front of the field because David Gravel, brilliant trouble. Oh my, what a wicked crash for Carson Macedo. And a quick look at the Dirt Vision replay as Macedo's car just turned straight to the right at the apex of the corner and then tumbled end over end.
David Gravel bringing the field back to the green. Brian Brown on the outside of the front row. Nice quick pace, Johnny, as they make their way into 3 and 4. 12 laps to go.
Back under green flag conditions. Brian Brown trying to keep pace with David Gravel as they make their way into turn 1. Garrett Williamson in 3rd, and then side by side for the 4th spot, Corey Elias around the outside of James McFadden.
Corey gets by him. James to the inside. Here comes Gio Selzy now to the inside of McFadden into turn number 3. Wheel to wheel as they race into 3 and 4. Battle for 5th in turn 4. Give it to Selzy.
Hot sauce, Giovanni Selzy, 5th and looking for more. Follows Eliasson downstairs in 1 and 2. Back to the cushion goes J-Mac. McFadden builds momentum, drives around the outside of Selzy. James McFadden now back into the top 5.
Into the top 10 as they work down the back straightaway, but Brad Sweet has reeled in Gio Selzy in turn 4.
The Big Cat around the outside, now tucks to the inside entering turn 1. Sweet to the inside of the racetrack, stays down low. Brad Sweet by Giovanni Selzy to the 6th position. This time by, the white flag will wave for David Gravel. He is 1 lap away from a Knoxville Raceway victory. He's got a 2.5 second lead over Brian Brown as he makes his way out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway for the final time.
David Gravel to the inside of turns 3 and 4. The checkers will be in the air as he works off at turn number 4. The premier Chevy Clash winner is David Gravel.
Rebounds in a big way tonight as he climbs up top to celebrate his victory in the premier Chevy Dealers Clash at the Knoxville Raceway.
Yeah, it's pretty funny when we run 10th. Everybody thinks that we suck and, you know, we're not good and all this stuff. But I knew as a driver I made a couple mistakes last night and the car wasn't the best either. So I felt like if we both cleaned it up, we'd be just fine. We were awesome all night until, you know, the last 15 laps of the A main. So I knew we had a good race car. We got a good running motor. Obviously, every time we hit the track, we got speed. So definitely relieving. But before I thank everybody else, hopefully Carson Macedo's okay. Obviously, I didn't see the crash. I heard there was a fire and there was fluid everywhere, and Brad ripped him out or tried to help him get out. So yeah, I hope he's okay. You know, he's a friend of mine. Even though we get in some tussles on the racetrack, and I'm pissed off at him for a little while, he's still my friend, and we still talk a lot and hang out, so I really hope he's okay. And yeah.
Congratulations tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
For live coverage of every World of Outlaws event and for extended on-demand race content, visit dirtvision.com. For full race results, features, and series news, visit worldofoutlaws.com.